The present moment is all we ever have. The past is a memory. It is a thought arising in the present. The future is merely anticipated. It is just another thought arising in the present moment. It is always now. We often think that everything worthwhile is locked away in the future, or we find ourselves compulsively reflecting on past memories. We focus so much on the future that the present becomes only a means of getting there. This time-bound mode of consciousness is deeply embedded in the human psyche. This is because the past gives us a sense of identity, and the future holds the promise of salvation. We are often lost in thought because naturally, our minds are evolved to figure out ways to avoid pain and discomfort. Hence, we spend a lot of time ruminating. However, constantly thinking of the future and disregarding the present moment often leaves us feeling anxious and fearful. This is a permanent recipe for dissatisfaction. We must learn to tame our wandering thoughts, to step out of this time-bound mode of consciousness as we go about our day. Naturally, our attention has to be on something, so take control of it, or it will control itself. So there are two practical ways to stay in the present moment. The first method is to observe the wandering mind. Listen to the voice in your head, but do not judge. Observe it, like a kid in the playground. If this is difficult, ask yourself, what thoughts are going through my head? See, when we listen to ourselves, we can notice when we're not being present. Observing your mind automatically places you in the now. This is because we have to be present to recognize when we aren't being present. This technique helps us externalize the incessant voice in our heads. It helps ground the mind. The second technique to staying in the present moment is to focus on something in your immediate environment. It can be the feeling of the sun hitting your face or the smooth texture of your office desk. It can be anything really. But the idea is to use your senses fully and engage your mind in a way that quiets the thoughts and voices in your head. We can do this at any moment. We just have to look around and take in our environment without any mental interpretation. When we inhabit our body fully, we feel the presence from within. But like any skill, it takes practice and patience to develop this. Now, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of value in learning from the past and planning for the future. It is the over-identification of these moments that is harmful. We can certainly think of the past and future, but we must remind ourselves to return to the present moment because at the end of the day, it is always now.